Heidilicious. How'd that come about? A couple of years ago, I was working at a hospital. I'm a nurse, and I was working at this hospital, and it was Thanksgiving Day, and hospital cafeteria food is just not that great. And so I was off that day, and I cooked up an entire Thanksgiving dinner for all of my coworkers, took it in and just served them everything. And I felt so good knowing that they had good food, and they were so appreciative that the unit assistant said, "This food is just heidilicious," and it's stuck. Ever since then, when I walk through the nursing unit, people say, "Hey, heidilicious, how are you?" And here I am, heidilicious, and I love it. Appetizers should prepare you for what's about to come for the whole meal. So they need to mesh and blend and get along, so to speak. It's like having your relatives in the same room. They don't always get along. Well, when it comes to appetizers, they need to get along with the rest of the meal. So when I cook an appetizer, I have to think about what am I serving for my meal and how can I make that blend together. It shouldn't be so heavy that people are like, "Whew, I'm done. I don't need to eat my dinner." But it should whet their appetite so they want more. And it's gotta sing. It's gotta be so good that they want to get in the kitchen and know what's next, how can I help out, get the rest of the food out quicker. It's gotta be that good. You're in the kitchen today with Heidilicious. I'm Heidi. Today we're going to make some teriyaki bagel bites. This is my version of combining bagels and lox and an Asian flair. One night my boyfriend came up with something and I took a little twist on it, and that's how we came up with this one. It's delicious, it's quick, it's an appetizer. It can even be a main course if you eat enough of them. Let's get cooking and look at our ingredients. Okay, over here we have 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of low sodium soy sauce, 1/2 teaspoon of sesame seeds toasted. We have 2 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of minced ginger, 2 ounces of cider vinegar, or you can use the rice wine vinegar if you like, a pinch of black pepper, and a pinch of red pepper flakes. And to thicken our teriyaki sauce, we're going to use 1 tablespoon of cold water and a tablespoon of cornstarch. Now, if you don't want to make the teriyaki sauce, you can go ahead and use your favorite bottled sauce. That's fine. When we're all done, we're going to put the teriyaki salmon on toasted bagels with our wonderful Philadelphia cream cheese, onion, and chive. It's going to be delicious. I say, let's get cooking. We're ready to assemble our teriyaki sauce over here at the stove. Now remember, if you don't want to do all this, you can go ahead and use your favorite bottled sauce. That's perfectly fine. I've got a medium saucepan here. I'm going to add my soy sauce. I'm using, woo, go baby. I'm using my low sodium. I'm adding my brown sugar and my ginger, my garlic, and my vinegar. Again, you can use a rice wine vinegar instead of the apple cider if that's your preference. And my sesame seeds. I reserve a little bit of my sesame seeds on the side so I can use them for decoration afterwards. My pinch of red pepper flakes, my pinch of freshly ground pepper, and we're just going to let that come up to a boil. This only takes a few. Oh man, you're missing it. It smells so good. Wish you were here. That's okay, make your own. Okay. We're going to combine our 1 tablespoon of cornstarch with our 1 tablespoon of water. Make a paste. Try and get all those little lumpies out because you don't want any of that in there. We don't want a lumpy sauce. Nice and smooth. We add that to our sauce. And when it comes to a boil, it will thicken perfectly. Give that just a second. I've preheated my broiler to high, and I've set my racks in the oven 4 to 6 inches below the element. I'll probably cook this salmon for about 4 minutes and then rebaste it. Another 4 minutes, rebaste it until it's nice and flaky. You want to do that rebasting so you get a nice crust, a nice glaze on top of that salmon so that it tastes really good and every piece has a bit of that really good teriyaki sauce on it when we put it on the bagels. Okay, let's go back to our sauce. Look at this, look at this. See how it's coating the bottom like that? It's already thickened up. Woo! Perfect. Take it off the heat. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of safety here, you guys. You need to take some of this sauce and put it aside for afterwards so that you're not cross-contaminating between the raw salmon. Okay. So, let's take this and we're going to baste it over our salmon just like that. Okay. This is going in under our broiler for about 4 minutes. And we'll rebaste again 2 more times and we'll check to see if our salmon is done. It should be nice and flaky and just done, not too much. You want it to be tender and juicy. All right, we're ready to baste our salmon. It's been 4 minutes, so I use some of the same sauce. Use a nice liberal portion, getting every little bit here. This is going to make a great glaze on here. Back under the broiler for a couple more minutes. Reset that timer. Don't want to burn it. The internal temp should be 135 and 140. The carryover cooking sitting on the countertop here will make it safe and make it perfect. Excellent. Now we're going to put our bagels into the oven under the broiler for a couple minutes. Of course, we're not going to leave those unattended because we know how quickly they can burn. We'll set our timer for 3 minutes and watch that carefully. If you've got extra teriyaki sauce, you can also put a little bit more on top. Our teriyaki bagel bites are ready for assembly. The salmon is out of the oven. It's been well glazed and it's between 135 and 140 degrees initially, and that's carried over to about 150 degrees. We have our cream cheese with chive and onion, our toasted bagels, some sesame seeds for decoration, and our nice and safe teriyaki sauce that we didn't use on the raw salmon. This is when we set aside. So all you have to do is take some of this really good room temp cream cheese, smear a nice dollop. It's about between 2 teaspoons and a tablespoon on there. And then we put some of our salmon on here. We drizzle it with a little bit of the sauce and a sprinkling of the sesame seeds. I'm going to assemble the rest of these and then we'll plate. Ready to eat? Our teriyaki bagel bites are ready to eat. Here they are plated. Just a reminder, we're using Philadelphia cream cheese in this. It's delicious. It's toasted bagels, cream cheese with chive and onion, with some teriyaki salmon and some sesame seeds for a garnish. Don't mind the sake bombs we got over here with a little bit of sake and some Japanese beer. They go great with the teriyaki salmon bagel bites. I'll save you one. Ready? I think that getting your complement of your sweet, savory, salty, crispy, creamy, all of that together is not only important for the entire meal, but if you can get it in every dish, it's even more ideal, because sometimes the only thing you bring, like for example, to a potluck is one dish. If you can get it all in there, that's great. But when you complete your meal and you have that complete, you have all of those elements in there, oh my God. When I do that, that's when people compliment me. And I don't even know it. I don't even realize that that is what's going on. And when I look back on the meal, what did I get? Maybe I had a macaroni and cheese, and I had something crunchy and creamy. When I hit all those aspects, that's when I get the best praises from my friends, coworkers, family, clients, whoever it is. And that's when I know I hit it. I did it right. They're vegan.
As Gucci gets excited when you start talking about
Entrees. Come here, baby. Come here. When we talk about entrees, it's a lot of times the entree is focused on the fact that.
Or you can mention main course.
Oh yes, well,
And be careful, Mike.
I will. Come here. Come here.
Yeah, you play Gucci.
Come here. Yeah. You're the main course. I think the entree, the main course, is